edition of the LOBOLAIRLIVE. I'm JJ Griego.
And I'm Nick at Night.
Nick at Night.
Let's get started right away with our Mountain West Weekly Wrap-Up.
Alright, first off, we got the Fresno Bulldogs as they hit the road to Boise to take on the Broncos. Anthony Drimmick powers the Broncos to the W with a team-high 19 points. The Broncos seal the deal with help from teammate Ryan Watkins, who had a double-double with 15 points, 17 rebounds, and the score of 88-79, giving the Donkeys the W.
The Badonkadonks with the W, shaking that tail. On to our next game. We have Mountain West newcomers San Jose State versus Utah State. The Spectrum can be a rowdy place to play for opposing teams. Let's see how the Spartans fare. The Spartans had 3 players in double figures, but the Aggies had 4 players in double figures. Taneo Rowland went 5 of 5 from downtown in Motown, propelling the Ags to an 86-67 victory.
Downtown in Motown. Now on to the Fly Boys from Air Force Academy as they head down to Sin City to take on the Running Rebels. The Falcons came into this contest 7-5 and 1-0 in Mountain West play. The UNLV Running Rebels were up 68-67 with 49 seconds left to play in the game when Trey Coggins hits a layup to put the Fly Boys ahead 69-68. Bryce Deshaun Jones gets fouled but misses both free throws.
Both free throws?
Both free throws. Cameron Williams puts the game away with 7 points down the stretch to seal the deal. Wow, the Falcons are 2-0 in Mountain West play. Can you believe that, Nick?
I don't think anybody can believe that. Mountain West Surprise Team of the Week.
Surprise Team of the Week.
Next up, the Pokes head to Reno to try to steal a W on the road. Down 58-57, Deontay Burton of the Wolfpack makes a jumper after a critical Wyoming turnover. Larry Nance Jr. misses the go-ahead bucket with 4 seconds left. Nevada ices the game with 2 free throws to hold on for the W to also move to 2-0 in Mountain West play.
Wow, we got Nevada and Air Force 2-0 in Mountain West play to begin the season. Never expected that one, Nick. Now up our game of the night as our Lobos took on the Rammies of CSU, surprisingly in front of a relaxed, sold-out crowd in the pit, Nick.
That was surprising. It's our 4th straight sellout game in Mountain West play and our first Mountain West Conference game this season. We should have been a little bit more pumped up, ready for the game.
Yeah,
our fan base.
Our fans seem a little bit tired, Nick.
Our fans sure jumped up though when Coach Knows encouraged the noise.
Well, you know when Coach asks you to jump, the only thing you reply is, "How high, Coach?"
That's right. The Rams jumped out to a 5-0 early lead. Cam the Beast Bairstow answered with 7 points of his own. After trading some buckets, the Lobos took a 17-15 lead and never looked back, taking an 8-point lead, 39-38 into the half.
The Lobos started the second half with a dunk by who else but only King Kirk himself. 6 minutes into the second half, Hugh hits a 3, then K-Dub follows with one of his own and puts the score at 53-41 Lobos.
Splash, 3-3. I want another one.
I'll take another 3.
The Rams hit some key buckets to keep within striking distance about halfway through the second half, making the score 54-46. Cam answers getting to the rim and going 3 out of 4 from the line and also hits a jumper. Banyard and Dede follow that up with a jumper of their own, assisted by Hugh and K-Dub, respectively, making the score 63-48 with 7 to go in the game.
Alright, check this out, folks. Bejarano scores 10 points in the last 3 minutes of the game to actually give CSU a shot at this ball game. But not if our own Kendall Williams has anything to say about that. K-Dub scores 6 points in the final 2 minutes to hold off the Rams' last-ditch effort. The Lobos win the game 80-73 in front of a sold-out crowd to go 1-0 in Mountain West play. The Lobos got contributions from Alex Kerr with another double-double. K-Dub had 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists on the night. That's what we need from our 3 big men.
They don't call them the Big 3 for nothing.
They don't.
The Lobos shot 43% from the field and 70% from the free throw line, going 21 out of 30. The Rams only attempted 20 free throws all game long. The key for the Rams was their 8 bombs made from long range. We won the rebounding battle 48-40, getting 25 boards from Kirk and Cam. Bejarano was 5 out of 7 from downtown with 25 points. Now JJ, talk to me about the Lobo player of the game.
Well, the player of the game, who else is the player of the game, folks? It's got to be Cam the Beast Bairstow. Playing like a man amongst boys out there with his 29 points, 14 rebounds. He also got to the free throw line 20 times. The Lobos offense is dominated because every time Cam touches the ball, good things happen, Nick.
You know, when Cam shoots as many free throws as the entire Rams offense does, that's a good sign.
That's a really, really good sign for our Lobos.
Now let's move on to the next opponent, the Cowboys from the University of Wyoming.
Cowboys returned 3 starters and 5 contributors from last year's squad. That last year's squad went 20-14 on the season, with a postseason appearance in the College Basketball Invitational. If you call that a postseason appearance.
I don't.
The Pokes lost Leonard Washington to graduation, and the Pokes also lost Luke, let's kick some guy in the face, Martinez.
You know, I heard Joe Rogan gave him a call at that incident and offered him a tryout to the Ultimate Fighter.
I'm sure he did.
The Pokes have a balanced roster this season with a lot of experience and youth. Wyoming starts 3 guards and 2 forwards, and the Pokes play mostly a 3-guard lineup, so I doubt we will see much zone against them.
Probably won't see much zone at all there, Nick. The key contributors off the bench for the Pokes come from Jaron Granberry, he's a senior, Charles Hankinson Jr., who's a junior, and Trey Washington III, he's a freshman, and a talented freshman at that. The team is 8 deep, getting quality minutes and production from their bench. Those 3 players are scoring about 15 points a game.
That's some good production there from the bench. The Pokes will enforce a press defense and play a grinded style to try and win each game. They want to be physical and get you out of your rhythm.
Yeah, they do. The Pokes come into this contest 9-5 and are still looking for their first Mountain West victory. They have not played a challenging nor exciting schedule this year, except for games at Ohio State and at Colorado, but the Pokes coming up short in both those games. The Pokes are 0-3 versus RPI top 100 teams this year.
We'll see how it pans out, JJ. Last year they started 13-0 and then down the stretch went 7-14, so things might be looking up in the end.
Wow, when you play a bunch of cupcake teams, 13-0 looks pretty good.
Larry Nance Jr. is the cog that turns the Wyoming bandwagon on the range. He is producing 16 points and 9 rebounds a game for the Pokes. The 6'8", 225-pound junior will be matched up against Cam and Kirk throughout the game. I see Wyoming possibly trying to use a zone defense against us and double team our bigs every touch they get. They don't have the size to match up with us down low in the front court. But to be fair, most teams don't this season.
Not many do. Look for the Pokes to try and spread out our defense, and of course try to get Kirk and Cam in foul trouble fast and early. As teams know, those 2 are the focal points of our offense.
Because of this, and also because they likely will double team our bigs, our guards must step up and make shots. They gotta penetrate as well.
Yeah, the guards do need to step up and make shots. The Lobos are 1-3 this season when they shoot under 40% from the field, with the lone exception coming against UAB and Charleston. This is a key to provide balance to our offense. When we're struggling, our guards got to step up and shoot the ball better for us to have a chance at the W.
Very true, and it's critical that we mentioned the UAB game, because that was a game where we first started seeing our bigs getting doubled, and at the end our guards started making shots. We need that balance all the time throughout the game.
Yep, good balance, good wins.
JJ, now let's get to the LOBOLAIR keys for the win.
Alright, LOBOLAIR keys to the win. JJ's keys to the win is this: score fast and score plenty, folks. The Lobos are averaging 78 points a game, and that's good for 3rd in the Mountain West. But the Cowboys are holding teams to under a 62-point clip, and that's good for 2nd in the Mountain West. My key to the win: Lobos score 70, they get the dub.
My key for the game is we need to play composed on the road. Championships are won on the road, and it's crucial in our quest for another championship. One last score we want to mention is the Aztecs held on late and beat Kansas in the fog, ending their 68-game non-conference win streak.
Well, I don't really know what to say about that. I don't know if that's a good thing for us Lobos or a bad thing. It's a good thing for the conference, but I guess I'll just take it as that, Nick. Well, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to our first episode of the LOBOLAIRLIVE. I was happy to be your host tonight, JJ Griego.
And I am Nick at Night. For all of us at LOBONATIONtv, good night and go Lobos.
Go Lobos.
Ooh.